Are you ready?
Adams Cable Sports presents a battle for first place in Division II of the Lackawanna Football Conference as the Lakeland Chiefs take on the Dunmore Bucks. Brought to you by Adams Cable Service, by your Napa Auto Parts Store, Tonkin Auto Supply, Carbondale, Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street Childs, by Nick's Excavating and Paving, Carbondale, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale. NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6, Mayfield. Main Street, Sunoco, Carbondale. Beston's Body Shop and Collision Center, Carbondale. Big Lamini Drugstore, Carbondale, locally owned and trusted since 1929. The starting lineups for today's game are brought to you by Roselle Department Store, Carbondale. Get ready for the high school football game of the week between Lakeland and Dunmore. With a pregame show and the call of today's game, here's Nick Homick, Glenn Muskowski, and Steve Young. Guys!
Welcome to Week 7 of Adams Cable High School football, and today we are at Lakeland Stadium for another showdown between the Dunmore Bucks and the Lakeland Chiefs. And tonight, Glenn, it's a battle for first place in Lackawanna League Division Football 2.
Steve, these teams have been playing each other since God made footballs, and the games that they have were outstanding for years and years. I expect nothing else tonight. I expect a good, hard-fought football game with Dunmore's offense against Lakeland's defense. So hopefully it'll be fine.
Dunmore has the number 1 offense in Lackawanna League Division 2, while Lakeland has the number 1 defense. So we have high school football coming up next for you here on Adams Cable Channel 7.
Everyone is looking for ways to save money today. The total home packages from Adams Cable Service are a great way to do that. Starting at $66.99 per month, you get cable, high-speed internet, and unlimited phone service. You are probably paying that much for one service right now. Call Adams Cable Service today and ask about the total home packages with cable, internet, and phone starting at $66.99 per month. Adams Cable Service has a package to meet your needs, and it's the smartest way to save money. Call Adams today. Looking for great prices and special offers on top quality parts and accessories? You'll find them at Napa Auto Parts. Visit Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale for great savings while supplies last. Only at Napa. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, your know-how folks.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
3, 2, 1.
We're here with head coach Jack Hensas from the Dunmore Bucks. Coach, last time we spoke, you had a little bit of a concern, and that was before the Carbondale game. A little bit of your offense, you weren't sure about some things. Since then, 458 yards averaging per game. Think we've solved that problem a little bit?
Well, the big thing is our second unit has been very, very important to us. They have prepared our football team extremely well. They've given us a lot more competition, and they were young in the early part of the year, and now they're starting to feel their oats a little bit, and they're giving our number ones quite a bit of work in the week that we are preparing. So, we're very well pleased where they are. We got an offensive line that's very experienced, so hopefully that we can continue tonight.
Very good. One other question for you. Dunmore 5-1, Lakeland 4-2. Week 7 seems like every week 7 of football, Dunmore and Carbondale play. Whether it's 7 or in the playoffs, it's a rivalry game forever. Some comments about tonight's game.
Well, first of all, we're playing on a field that is grass. Usually the wind is blowing up here.
From Binghamton.
Yeah, it's usually raining quite a bit. So overall basis, but it's a great rivalry. Jeff has done a great job with his football team. The kids that are playing very hard, they're very aggressive. They fly to the football. They got a lot of speed, which has us concerned. Our biggest concern is trying to tackle an open space, and we've been working at the last couple of weeks to try to find out how we can do that much better. But we're going to play a fine football team today.
I think so. We spoke just before we came down. We think it's going to be a great one, and good luck to you tonight.
Well, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay. We are here with head coach of the Lakeland Chiefs, Jeff Wasilchak. Coach, Dunmore 5-1, Lakeland 4-2. As I said before the opening, we play in this game since God made footballs. It's a big rivalry. couple comments about the game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this is every year. This game is a division championship game. You know, Lakeland, Dunmore, whether it's in the regular season, in the playoffs, it's always a huge game.
All right, so it's your defense against their offense, and it's a pretty powerful offense. What do we have in store for us tonight?
I hope some hitting. I hope some hitting. We have to run to the football. You know, we have to make sure we're recognizing things, reading our keys, being disciplined, and running to the football.
Well, I'll tell you what, we expect a great one tonight. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
That is the beautiful voice of Sarah Demian with our national anthem. And now your starting lineups for today's ball game, brought to you by the Roselle Department Store in Carbondale, where they now offer fast, reliable laundry and dry cleaning service. Stop in Roselle for great savings on their incredible new selection of fall and winter apparel. Roselle, of course, is your home for school uniforms for Lakeland, Carbondale area, LaSalle Academy, Holy Cross, Forest City, and Valley View. And if you're planning a wedding, Roselle Department Store offers the great new fashion ideas in formal wear by Sarno & Son with a perfect fit every time. Remember, you can depend on Roselle Department Store for unsurpassed quality, style, and value. Sam and the great staff at Roselle Department Store in Carbondale are proud to bring you the starting lineups for today's game between the Dunmore Bucks with an overall record of 5 wins and 1 loss, and the Lakeland Chiefs as their overall mark stands at 4-2. Both teams have a record of 1 win and no losses in Division II. So tonight's game is a battle for first place in Division II of the Lackawanna Football Conference. And now, here comes your starting lineup for today's ball game as we will wait for the coin toss down on the 50-yard line. And we'll wait for the official word. As the Dunmore Bucks, of course, as we mentioned, really rolling, putting up some big numbers, averaging about 34 points per game.
Lakeland defers, so Dunmore will get the ball.
And your starting offense for the Dunmore Bucks, brought to you by Roselle Department Store. At tight end, Bob Stout at 225 pounds, a junior at 6'2". At right end, George Cole, a sophomore at 6'2" and 180 pounds. Left tackle is Kyle Aprishko. He is 6'2", 245 pounds, and a senior. At right tackle, it's Tim Drews, a 6'3", 280-pound senior. Jake Mikowski at left guard, 5'9", 200 pounds, and a senior. Stephen McMahon at right guard, a senior, 5'11", 245, and Dan Drews at center. He is 6'2", 280 pounds, and a senior. Eric DeLucci will line up a quarterback. He's a senior at 5'11", and 160 pounds. Pat Reese will get the start at fullback, 5'7", 160, and a junior. Sal Marquez is at tailback, a senior, 5'11", 195 pounds. He will alternate with Colin Holmes, a sophomore at 5'7", and 155 pounds. And Joe Maseko is the flanker, a senior, 5'11", and 165 pounds. pounds. As we continue with your starting lineups brought to you by Roselle Department Store in Carbondale. Defensively for Lakeland, John Wade is at left end, a senior, 5'11 and 182 pounds. Josh Wayman at right end, a junior, 6'3 and 211. Corey Bednash at left tackle, 6 foot 245 pounds and a junior. Antonio Sermonero at right tackle, 6 foot 250 and a junior. Cyril Babconnect at the left outside linebacker, a freshman, 5'9 and 160. Brandon Dominowski at the other outside linebacker, 5'9", 146 and a senior. At inside linebacker, Jeff Burton, 6'1", 192 and a senior. Christian Selvenis at the inside linebacker, 5'10", 240 and a senior. Garth Eastad at left corner, a junior at 5'11", 150. Josh Natale at right corner, 5'11", 165 and a senior. And Jared Bomba at free safety. He is 6 foot 165 pounds and a senior. And those are your starting lineups brought to you today by Roselle Department Store in Carbondale. Josh Natale will kick it off, and here we go from Lakeland. The high end over end goes back to the 10-yard line, and on the return for the Dunmore Bucks with a hole, breaking tackles is Colin Holmes, and he carries the football all the way across the 40-yard line to give the Bucks excellent field position to start their initial drive of the football game.
Well, that was a good run back, and it puts Dunmore in great field position to start the game off.
Dunmore loves to run that wedge return. Set up that wedge with four blockers coming right up. That's the problem. When you kick the ball deep, you give them time to set it up.
Yeah, well, that's why we see so many of these squib kicks throughout the year.
Dunmore will go to work from its own 44. First down and 10. Handoff will go to the last man through, Marquez, and he is wrapped up as the Chiefs hold a team meeting on him for a loss on the play.
Well, that was great penetration by the defensive line and the linebackers. They held Marquez to no gain that time.
That's something Lakeland's defense is going to have to do all night long. Is a lot of guys around the ball carrier, a lot of group gang tackle and things like that.
So no gain on the last play. Second down and 10, the Bucks. As Joe Maseko will be wide on the top of your screen, and the handoff will go once again to Marquez. And this time Marquez will test the left side of the line, and Lakeland is all over it defensively. Well, Jeff Burton, the inside linebacker, led the way with the pursuit, and this is what Jeff Wasilchak talked about. We have to go to the football tonight.
And they certainly are early, and that was a tough 2 yards from our case.
So a swarming defense by Lakeland paying dividends right now, and that will put Dunmore in a 3rd down and 8 situation as they approach the line of scrimmage. And DeLucci will work out of the shotgun, and the inside handoff will go to Marquez, and Marquez is caught after a short gain on the play. And the number 1 defense in the Lackawanna Football Conference Division II holds Dunmore, and it will bring on the punting unit for the Bucks.
Well, that was what Coach Wasilchak was looking for, and they came up fired up and did a great job.
And 2 are deep for the Lakeland Chiefs. Josh Natale is back there, along with Eastat. And here's the punt.
Real good kick.
And this is a dandy, as it will be picked up at about the 12-yard line. Natale tries to return it and takes it up across the 20-yard line. Good punt by Kyle Lasher, the sophomore,
and good
5'11 and 180 pounds.
Maseko right down there to stop Natale from getting around that left end.
And Lakeland will bring its offensive unit onto the football field for the first time in the contest and operate from its own 20-yard line. And we'll run down the defense for you of Dunmore in just a moment. On first down and 10, the Chiefs in a scoreless first quarter with 9:57 on the clock here at Lakeland Stadium. And in motion, got a man to the far side, and the handoff will go to Lowry, and Lowry picked up a yard or 2 on the play, and that's all. The Dunmore defense brought to you by Roselle Department Store in Carbondale. Kyle Aprishko at left end, Joe Waters at right end, Dan Drews and Tim Drews at the tackles, Sal Marquez at outside linebacker, along with Dominic Mesco, Bob Stout, and Justin Brogan are the inside linebackers. Tyler Lasher at left corner, Colin Holmes at right corner, and Eric DeLucci is the free safety. 2nd and 9 for the Chiefs from their own 21-yard line, as Lakeland will have A long count as Jake Gross will hand it off, and Lowry finds a seam and carries the football across the 30-yard line.
Well, that knee looks pretty good, pretty sturdy so far. Michael Lowry only played in the first quarter of last week's game against Montrose, but the game against Lackawanna Trail did have a career night, 180-some yards, but did go out with that knee injury.
Well, how about Mike Lowry in that Nanticoke game? 144 yards rushing on 22 attempts, 2 touchdowns, and that was his breakout game. And talking with Jeff Wasilchak last evening on the phone, guys, he said that he earned that starting position at tailback.
Well, if it runs like that, he should.
From the 31, it is first down and 10 as Lakeland will try to go with the running attack, and this time the Bucks shut them down as Sylvanas tested the Dunmore defense, giving up only about 14 points a game, second in Division II, behind Lakeland.
Now, also since the last time we saw Lakeland against Valley View, which was, of course, a number of weeks ago, they've also made a change of quarterback. I believe their starter is out with an injury, and Jake Gross is in there now.
Cody Roop broke his arm, so he is out, and Jake Gross, the sophomore, will run the offense as Sylvanas will dot the I formation from the 32-yard line. Toss play near side. Lowry turns it upfield and goes down in a heap after he crosses the 35-yard line. Give Sylvanas a lot of credit as the lead blocker on that play.
Just going to say that was a great block by Sylvanas. And Lowry's getting to the outside, so Dunmore's going to have to do a little adjusting.
We are scoreless as we near 8 minutes to play here in the first. Glad to have you with us here on Adams Cable High School football from the 38-yard line. 3rd down and 4 for the Chiefs. As Gross will hand it off, Lowry runs right into Sal Marquez, the outside linebacker of the Dunmore Bucks, making the tackle.
Well, Sal Marquez fended off that block, and he was right there as Lowry came to the line of scrimmage.
So for both teams, 3 and out. And it will be Lakeland in punt formation as Burton will boot it away.
Beauty.
And Doherty will let it bounce, and it's still rolling, and it will be down near the 22-yard line.
That's something Lakeland has improved on since the last time we saw them.
Well, I'll tell you what, he just couldn't get his feet underneath him to catch that football. That was a boomer.
So Lakeland and Dunmore battling it out here in week 7 of high school football. And the Dunmore Bucks, coached by Jack Henses in his 47th season with 387 career wins, 155 losses. And guys, you know he's been around a long time when you see 8 ties on his record. Because how long ago was it that they played to a tie in high school football?
Can't even remember.
Dunmore with a first down and 10 from its own 22. Looking near side, pass goes out to Maseko near the 26. Short pass for DeLucci to Maseko. DeLucci having a great season, completing 24 of 37 for 256 yards and a touchdown. 3 guys coming out of that backfield can really pay dividends for the Dunmore offense. Marquez is 3rd in Division II in rushing. Colin Holmes is 4th in Division II. And Kyle Lasher having a good season with 5 touchdowns on the season. And Dunmore goes with the running attack, and that Lakeland defense is pumped.
Well, they certainly are, but they are going to the football, just as Coach Wasilchak hoped they would. A loss of about a yard on that play, and that was a good team effort on Marquez that time.
Well, there's a significant size advantage from Dunmore's front line to Lakeland's defensive line, but right now Lakeland's guys getting off the block.
The speed.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see if they can keep that up the whole game.
It is 3rd down and 7 for Dunmore from its own 25 on a draw play. The handoff will go to Holmes, the sophomore, and he's caught on the play. Jeff Burton right in there once again, leading the way for Lakeland.
76, man.
And Christian Sylvanas. Also Sermonero, Antonio Sermonero wearing number 76. He's 250 pounds and a junior. So a good team effort by Lakeland, and that will force Dunmore to bring on their punting unit. Kyle Lasher will be in punt formation for the Bucks. 5:30 on the clock. We're scoreless at Lakeland. Lasher with a good snap and a booming kick with a lot of hang time. This ball will bounce at the 42. It will get a Dunmore roll inside the 30, still rolling, and it is downed at the 28-yard line. And Lakeland will bring its offense back out onto the football field for their second possession of the ball game in a scoreless first quarter here at Lakeland Stadium.
Fast-moving first quarter.
Just like the Big 11 days, guys. That clock moves quick when you're running the football.
God, you could be home by the sixth inning of tonight's game here.
But yeah, no, the Cardinals don't play till tomorrow, I don't think. Unless
I do a little scouting on your Cardinals.
Well, you never know. You know that team from St. Louis couldn't win anything, couldn't hit, but somehow they're there.
I don't know how they do
That's
it.
loyal fans for years and years.
First down and 10, the Chiefs from their own 28. The top pass on the far side of the field to Natali. And Natali carries the football with a flag on the play out across the 35.
Now, I didn't see anybody out. Well, maybe.
Only thing I can think of, maybe, Glenn, is a face mask. Like you said.
No, I think I just detected a hold. Let's see what happened. Oh, it is a face mask. Oh, yeah, very good, Nick.
I still got it.
Yep.
And the officials will talk things over at the 37-yard line. And there's the call, face mask. And we'll place the football at the Lakeland 42 and give the Chiefs a new set of downs, as the chain gang will move the markers on the far side of the field.
Well, a game like this, guys, setting up to be a huge field possession type of game.
From the 42-yard line, Lakeland on the move with Jake Gross at quarterback, handing off Lowry with the football around the right side, and then is popped on the play after he took the football out to the 46-yard line. Lowry coming into this game with 81 carries, 539 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Lowry, you see, he's at full tilt with about 1 or 2 running steps, so he's getting around the end pretty well.
Nah, he's a big kid for a sophomore.
6'2", 181 pounds. As Lakeland approaches the line of scrimmage on 2nd down and 6 from the 46. As Gross will hand it off, Lowry gets the call. There he goes, spun down at midfield.
And you saw it right there. That linebacker had him dead to rights. He lowered the shoulder and turned that into a good gain, maybe 5 yards.
Have to love the running style of Mike Lowry, the way he lowers the shoulder and tough to tackle.
Well, obviously not afraid to get hit or hit.
Yeah, and you hit the nail right on the head, Glenn. You know, any coach loves when a ball carrier dishes out the punishment, like the Earl Campbells of back in the day.
Eric Furco, the sophomore, wearing number 34, brought the play in from head coach Jeff Wasilchuk on 3rd down and 2 from midfield. And they go with the ground game, and Sylvanas will have the first down for the Chiefs. Quick moving first quarter of football, 3:46 left to play in a scoreless ball game here at Lakeland Stadium. Glad to have you on board for high school football here on Channel 7. A lot of other games going on around the area tonight, guys, and some real dandies. You know, you take a look at that Western Wayne squad. They're also having a great season.
They will take on Dunmore next week.
Yeah, they're going to have a tough schedule coming up, as the handoff goes to the tailback, and he was whacked on the play. Lowry got popped that time.
But
that's a loss on the play. 2 or 3 yards. Yeah, you're talking some size there when Tim Drews hits you. 6'3", 280 pounds.
No missing him.
Yes, sir. As Josh Natali will come in from the near sideline, as Lakeland will face 2nd down and 13 from the Dunmore 49. And under 3 minutes to play in the first, as Jake Gross, the sophomore, will survey the Dunmore defense. Gross with a long count, looks to pass, and Natali has it. Nice move, and Natali gets out to the 46-yard line, tackled there by Tyler Lasher, the cornerback of the Dunmore defense, wearing number 24.
That was a nice move by Natali, but the defensive back for Dunmore didn't give up and came back and
they reacted quickly.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Now, something that's going to happen here is I saw in the pregame, Natali is going to line up a quarterback in the shotgun. So they're going to come into a spread. It's going to be interesting to see what Dunmore does to combat this.
Well, here's Natali out of the gun. Low snap. Natali, will he run? He's flushed out of the pocket, turns it upfield. And Natali inside the 40. Nice move, and then is run out of bounds near the 30-yard line of Dunmore. That caused a lot of confusion.
You got a flag, though. Got to be against Lakeland, probably in illegal formation.
Well, as the officials will talk it over with 1:57 left in the first quarter, and we're scoreless. And this will come back. Yeah, that's against Lakeland. Motion penalty.
When they went into the spread like that, I'm going to assume that somebody wasn't up on the line of scrimmage who should have been.
Well, that was a well-designed play, too, all for naught.
Well, Jeff Wasilchak is not happy, voiced his opinion out there on the field. And that will, well, the officials now will try to spot the football as they will talk things over. Scoreless with 1:57 left in the first. As getting ready to check into the lineup for Lakeland is Garth Eastat. He has 235 yards rushing this season.
And a lot of speed.
So, good play. Caused a lot of confusion on the part of Dunmore, but Lakeland with a penalty, and that sets them back into their own territory at the 49 and bring up third down and 15 yards to go. And here is
screen.
Gross. He'll dump it out on a little screen pass intended for Eastat, and the pressure was on that time, and the sophomore was forced to unload the football.
Well, best thing he could have done is just thrown it away that time, because there was absolutely no one in the area that was open, and there was a great penetration by the defensive line of Dunmore.
It's a punting situation for Lakeland as Jeff Burton will boot it away, and this is a good punt. Beauty, and that I believe is Doherty for the Dunmore Bucks, Michael Doherty.
Again, good coverage downfield by the Lakeland special teams.
So Bennett's the first man down to make the tackle.
So that's a good job on the coverage by Lakeland. And the Dunmore Bucks will go back on offense with 1:43 remaining here in the first quarter. So a real defensive struggle thus far.
I think that was for you, Steve, that horn. I think somebody's waiting for you outside.
Woke up the ambulance, I know that. They're taking off. First down and 10, Dunmore from its own 28-yard line as senior quarterback Eric DeLucci will hand it off, and that is Colin Holmes, the sophomore, taking the football out to the 33-yard line. Holmes is fourth in Division II in rushing coming into this ball game. So this big offensive line of Dunmore going up against the #1 defense in Lakeland. Boy, what a matchup!
Well,
here
you have the brute of Dunmore against the speed of Lakeland, and that's who's going to take charge of this game.
Nearing 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. We're scoreless. 2nd and 6 for Dunmore. From its own 32, Holmes goes in motion. Handoff will go to Reese with a flag on the play. Here's the call.
Procedure.
That's a procedure call against the Bucks. 5-yard penalty. So tonight, as we look at the schedule, it will be Honesdale at Riverside, West Scranton at Wallenpaupack, Western Wayne taking on Montrose up in Montrose. Next week, Western Wayne will be on the road as they will take on the Dunmore Bucks, followed by Honesdale in week number 9. And then in week 10, they'll be here at Lakeland. We'll have that game for you here on Channel 7. 2nd and 11 for Dunmore from its own 27. Draw play. It will go to Holmes, and Holmes with a lot of running room. And there he goes. He turns on the speed. Can Natali catch him? He's got him at the 25. big run by Colin Holmes, the sophomore, but the speed of Natali got him.
44-yard run, but Natali did run him down. It was a great run. He hit the hole and cut to the outside. 44 yards.
Dunmore now deep in Lakeland territory.
Just well executed draw play. We've seen them run a few of them already.
How about the speed of Natali to come out of nowhere to save the touchdown?
Could be a big play there.
From the 26-yard line, first down and 10 for Dunmore. Final 30 seconds of quarter number 1. DeLucci will set them down, and Holmes will go in motion. DeLucci with a long count, back to throw, plenty of time. Looking, firing, going for the end zone. It's incomplete. That was, I believe that was Jared Bomba breaking it up.
Well, it looked like Holmes became the defender that time, because that could have been very easily picked off.
Boy, for one moment, Nick, I thought there was going to be a flag on the play, but...
Well, some of the coaches up here from Lakeland offer offensive pass interference. Good gripe, but, you know, you'll take the defense
I think he did get a little mugged there, didn't he, you think?
15 seconds to play in the first quarter. Second down and 10. The Bucks from the Lakeland 26 toss play will go to Marquez. And Marquez turns it back up and is dropped at the 20-yard line, and that will bring an end to the first quarter of play here at Lakeland Stadium as we are scoreless in tonight's Week 7 matchup between Dunmore and Lakeland on Adams Cable High School Football.
Enjoy the feel of deep, rich luxury. Get the drama of radiant color and experience the timeless beauty, comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of hardwood, laminate, vinyl, ceramic tile, and carpeting on display in their showroom. Rely on Tom's Floor Shop for expert installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop. Exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs.
Improve the appearance of your property with the help of Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale. Nick's Excavating and Paving provides the highest quality service in residential and commercial excavating, paving and seal coating, demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Paving also delivers sand, stone, topsoil, and mulch. For prompt professional service, call Nick's Excavating and Paving Carbondale. What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium. It is the Dunmore Bucks with the football. Third down and 4 from the Lakeland 20. And DeLucci off the fake goes to the far side of the field. Pass is complete to Reese, and he's dropped down near the 10-yard line. So they open up the fourth quarter of play with the pass, and they're knocking on the door now with 11:52 to play here in the opening stages of quarter number 2.
Yeah, well-designed play, just a little roll out in the flat by the fullback. Nobody even around.
Well, a good football game cooking here at Lakeland. The football is spotted at the 9. First down and goal for the Dunmore Bucks. DeLucci on the handoff. Holmes has it, runs into a wall of defenders from Lakeland and carries the football to the 6. So, good job once again by the Lakeland defense. We'll see if they could hold Dunmore right here. It's going to bring up a second down play from the 6. Second and goal from the 6 for the Bucks.
Dunmore has a little bit of momentum now with that big run of 44 yards. Now Lakeland has to dig in and hold on for dear life now.
Maseko is a wide out at the bottom of your screen. DeLucci takes the snap, hands it off. Holmes has the football and will take it into the end zone, untouched for a 6-yard touchdown. And the Bucks take the lead with 11 minutes and 1 second left. 6-0 over Lakeland. So a big hole opened up on that right side between Stephen McMahon and Tim Drews. McMahon is 245, Drews is 280. And no problem for the sophomore tailback Colin Holmes, and he gives the Dunmore Bucks the lead. And now Joe Capucci for the point after. He leads Division II in this category with 21 extra points. And Capucci has number 22 on the season. 7-0 Dunmore. We'll be right back with more Adams Cable High School football after this timeout.
Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes, located at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale, offer all types of funeral services. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional service. From Lawrence A. Gabriel Jr., family, and staff, good luck this season to our local athletes and teams.
When your car does this, call us first.
Every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale.
Welcome back to Lakeland. Here's the kickoff by Dunmore's Kyle Lasher, and this will go all the way back inside the 10-yard line, and on the return, Taryn Harding for the Lakeland Chiefs, and he carries the football out to the 27-yard line, and that's where Lakeland will go to work offensively, trailing now in the football game 7-0.
Well, that was a quick turnaround of momentum there after that big run by Holmes. Now Lakeland has to saddle in again and get their offense running.
Well, Nick, we'll see if Lakeland can get something together right here as they're on the short end of a 7-0 score here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, well, one thing you can't do right now, obviously a little momentum shift. You need to put together at least some sort of drive here.
Stick with the game plan, right?
Absolutely. A lot of game to play.
Sophomore quarterback Jake Gross will set them down at the line of scrimmage. Gross to throw, fires downfield, and this ball is almost picked off. DeLucci almost had an interception, and the pass was intended for Jeff Burton. And just a great defensive play by the Dunmore Bucks.
Yeah, well positioned by the safety there. Just became a jump ball at the end there.
How about Gross, the sophomore, almost put that ball right on the mark. That was a well-thrown pass.
It was open, you know.
Little high.
If he threw it maybe 5 yards shorter, I don't want to say that, but
Yeah, it's easy to say.
sure, it's always easy to say.
2nd and 10 for Lakeland from its own 27, trailing 7-0. As Gross will go to work, and it will be the running attack by Lakeland, and this time it is shut down.
Lowry's little tougher going now since Dunmore regrouped there.
Yeah, you're trying to run up the middle now, getting a little bit more difficult than it was in that first quarter.
Well, that's one thing we said we wanted to keep an eye on was could Lakeland keep up the tenacity against the size of Dunmore? You know, usually the bigger teams start to wear the quicker teams down as the game goes on.
3rd down and 9 for the Chiefs from their own 28. Jared Bomba is a wideout at the bottom of your screen as Gross will have Sylvanas dotting the I formation. Off the play fake, Gross fires, and this pass was almost intercepted. Almost picked off by Dominic Mesko, the outside linebacker of the Dunmore defense, and that will force Lakeland to punt.
Well,
so a good job by Dunmore, guys.
Not exactly what Lakeland wanted on offense, but, you know, something something to look at is now Lakeland's not afraid to throw the ball either.
Well, you know, they didn't throw that ball too badly.
No, it's just all coming off of play action fakes.
And we do have a player injured for Dunmore, so there will be a timeout on the field with 9:58 left to play in the first half, and Dunmore up 7-0 over Lakeland on Adams Cable High School football.
You're ready for the big game, but how about your car? As you travel through downtown Carbondale, look for the classic yellow, blue, and red Sunoco sign. Drive in and fill up with the fuel of choice from Main Street Sunoco and get the finest performance from your car. At Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, prompt, courteous service is always assured. Congratulations to our local athletes and coaches for their hard work and dedication from the staff and management of Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale.
It is a punting situation for the Lakeland Chiefs, and Jeff Burton is on to boot it away for Lakeland. And that is a good snap, and this good kick. It will bounce at midfield, and Doherty will let it roll as it goes inside the 30, still rolling, and down at the 26-yard line. Injured player for Dunmore, by the way, was Dominic Mesco, the linebacker in the Dunmore defense, and he was walking off the field under his own power.
By the way, 52-yard punt there, guys.
Well,
that's a field position changer.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, he didn't get that ball in the air. That probably wasn't that was 15 feet in the air.
That was probably a net of 20 and a roll of the other 30.
Hey, doesn't matter if it's pretty as long as it's effective.
It was effective.
You don't need style points.
First down and 10 for Dunmore from its own 27-yard line. Maseko in motion. And it will be a play fake by DeLucci. He'll dump off the pass to Reese, and Reese at the 35 is caught by Natali and company. Brandon Dominowski, the outside linebacker, also comes in to finish him off.
Dunmore has seen something on film. It's the second time they pulled that pass out, both sides.
Well, you know, it all comes down to scouting and, as you mentioned, breaking down film. And we'll see how things play out in this football game as Dunmore is up 7-0 with 9 minutes and 34 seconds left to play in the half. Now we have an official timeout. As the officiating crew will get together near the football.
First episode of Good Eye, Bad Eye tonight. Or the season, I should say.
Yeah, that's right. We're in week 7.
What do you think?
This is Glenn's call. He always does this, Good Eye, Bad Eye.
Just short.
I'm going to say he's got it.
I didn't really look and see where it was to begin with, so.
Here's the mark.
He's got it, yep. Yeah. He got it.
2 for 2 tonight, guys. 2 for 2.
Nick, you are rolling. You're red hot.
I don't know what that gets me, but.
So the Dunmore Bucks will sustain the drive with the first down at the 37. Very quick moving football game. Usually the case when you get teams like Lakeland and Dunmore together that like to run the football. Here come the Bucks to the line of scrimmage. On the first down play, toss will go to Marquez, and Marquez breaking tackles. There he goes, still on his feet, struggles for a couple of additional yards, and then is caught by Natali at the 45.
Well, that was all Sal Marquez that time. He carried a couple of guys with him and then almost broke it to the outside.
Yeah, he's a tough competitor, 5'11", 195 pounds, a senior. Usually averages about 9 yards per carry for Dunmore this season through 7 games. Picked up 8 on that last carry. 2nd and 2. The Bucks from their own 45. And it's DeLucci running the offense. And the give goes back to Marquez, and Marquez goes across midfield, breaking tackles, turns it upfield, still on his feet, and he will go all the way if he doesn't get caught at the 5. Out of bounds near the 5-yard line.
Right on the 5.
Great run by Marquez.
Wow.
50.
I believe that was Rob Bomba wearing number 18 who bumped him out of bounds. He just would not go down.
But
took it along that far side of the field.
This is what you saw Dunmore do against Carbondale. You know, they just wore them down, and then, you know, they just start breaking second, third tackles, and they're gone.
Just a mere 50-yard run, knocking about 6 guys over in his journey.
So right now, Dunmore with a 7-0 lead, knocking on the door with 8:28 to play in the first half as they have the football, first down and goal from the Lakeland 5. As DeLucci will send man in motion to the near side. DeLucci, toss play, Holmes has it, turns it upfield, and goes into the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown. And it is a 13-0 lead as Dunmore has their second touchdown of the evening with 8 minutes and 23 seconds left in the half. So right now, Dunmore beginning to show why they are the top offense in the Lackawanna Football Conference Division II. And we'll see if Joe Capucci will come on for the point after. And he will. He has 22 this season. And it will be DeLucci to hold. Low snap, and that's a good kick. And Dunmore has a 14-0 lead over Lakeland with 8:23 left in the first half here on Adams Cable High School Football.
Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family. Everyone is looking for ways to save money today. The total home packages from Adams Cable Service are a great way to do that. Starting at $66.99 per month, you get cable, high-speed internet, and unlimited phone service. You are probably paying that much for one service right now. Call Adams Cable Service today and ask about the total home packages with cable, internet, and phone starting at $66.99 per month. Adams Cable Service has a package to meet your needs, and it's the smartest way to save money. Call Adams today.
Kickoff by Dunmore, taken by Taryn Harding, and he has the football out to the Lakeland 33, and that's where the Chiefs will go to work offensively as they trail in the football game by the score of 14-0 with 8 minutes and 16 seconds to play here in the first half.
Well, we say it again, Steve. And Nick, Lakeland has to do something now or they could be in big trouble going into halftime.
Yeah, you want to get some, you want to generate some offense right here on this drive. It is first down and 10 for the Chiefs as Jake Gross will go to work running the offense. Gross wants to pass. Natali has it on the far side of the field, breaks a tackle, and carries the football to the 39-yard line. When Natali trying to do what he can with the moves to maybe break one and come up with a big play. And he will come to the near sideline.
Natali made a couple good moves there, but Dunmore was right there to stop him. Somebody got a hold of him by his legs, and it was just a matter of cleaning up the people coming in.
Second down and 4 after a 6-yard gain. Luke Patnato is in the football game. And it is Jake Gross to set them down, and Gross will hand it off, and this play goes nowhere. Looked like Eastad on the carry as he takes it out to the 40 for a short gain. So right here, this is the possession for Lakeland. They hope to sustain a drive as Dunmore has got its offense rolling late in the first quarter and into the early part of quarter number 2. Third down and 3 for the Chiefs. And here is Gross with a long count. Quick hitter up the middle for a couple of yards, and that's about all. And for the Chiefs, Eric Furco, he's a sophomore, 5'11" and 238 pounds. So Furco wearing number 34, getting some playing time. And with 6.5 minutes remaining here in the first half and Lakeland trailing 14-0, the punting unit will come on once again for the Chiefs. And Jeff Burton, having a busy night, will boot it away from his own 30-yard line. This is a beautiful kick. And from the 26-yard line, this is Eric DeLucci on the return, and he's cut down. Good special team play by Eric Furco, making the tackle. And Dunmore will go back on the offense with a 14-point lead over Lakeland. So, Nick, Dunmore really getting its offense going. As once they got settled in here at Lakeland, it seems like they got comfortable, and on that line of scrimmage right now, they are making it happen.
They are persistent on offense, and you saw in the 2 scoring drives, they had a run of 41 and a run of 50. You know, they just keep pounding at you, and eventually in hopes that one of their guys is going to break.
First down and 10, the Bucks from their own 33 as DeLucci will direct some traffic. And the senior quarterback wants a timeout. So we have a break in the action. 6:07 left in the first half, and Dunmore up 14-0 on Adams Cable High School football.
Looking for great prices and special offers on top quality parts and accessories? You'll find them at Napa Auto Parts. Visit Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale for great savings while supplies last. Only at Napa. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, your know-how folks.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Enjoy the feel of deep, rich luxury. Get the drama of radiant color and experience the timeless beauty, comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of hardwood, laminate, vinyl, ceramic tile, and carpeting on display in their showroom. Rely on Tom's Floor Shop for expert installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop. Exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs. Now back to more action with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Adams Cable High School football.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium. 6 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first half. Bucks have the football, first down and 10 from their own 33, leading 14-0. DeLucci wants to pass, and it is complete at the 44-yard line, very close to a Buck first down. So for the Dunmore Bucks, that was Joe Waters on the reception. And the chain gang will move the markers, so that is another Dunmore first down to keep the drive going.
Oh, Dunmore's got all day to throw back there. They're not getting any pressure on them from Lakeland's end.
Well, right now it's the offensive line. We talked about it. This game will be won at the line of scrimmage, and right now Dunmore is dominating. New set of downs for the Bucks from their own 44, and tight end will move in place, and here we go with the quick handoff, and this play is stopped right at the line of scrimmage as Lakeland had it defended well as Holmes took the football.
You know, Lakeland could really use here as a turnover.
Yeah, they need a big play right here to stop the momentum of Dunmore.
And obviously so, but it's been a pretty good, clean game, like we said so far. You know, no turnovers, just a few penalties.
Second down and 10 for the Dunmore Bucks from their own 44. George Cole, the sophomore, wide on the top of your screen. DeLucci will send a man in motion. That is Maseko. And the handoff to the first man through, and that looked like Pat Reese, and he stumbles across midfield for a good gain on the play.
Picked up a solid 9 yards on that play.
So good job by the offensive line of Dunmore.
Dunmore certainly opening the offensive playbook up now. Mixing a pass and a run in. Just that is just a straight dive. That's as basic as it gets.
Yeah, good mix of plays by the Dunmore Bucks.
Look who's here, Steve. Turn around.
Oh, hey. Guess who is here to see Nick Homick? Mr. Larry Gabriel III. Here is a running play
Ask
by
him,
the
shouldn't he
Dunmore
be
Bucks.
scouting tonight?
He is scouting.
Tell him I'm flattered that he came to spend this evening up here with us.
Well, we'll give Larry the headset coming up at halftime, and you guys could have a talk, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Homick says he's flattered that you came up to see him.
14-0 right here, your score. It is Dunmore leading Lakeland. First down and 10 for the Bucks from their own 44.
Does he have a press pass to be in there?
Does he have a press pass?
I'm not even sure anybody wants him in here.
DiLucci will go to work. Holmes will go in motion. And the handoff will go to Reese with a big hole. And Reese has the first down and then is caught at the 31-yard line.
Well,
Brandon Dominowski, the right outside linebacker, made the tackle for the Chiefs.
It looks like the offensive line of Dunmore is starting to take over this game.
Just a little bit.
Of course, Carbondale area will be at Holy Cross coming up tomorrow. So good luck to the Chargers in that ball game as Carbondale looks for win number 2.
What, did you guys send him upstairs now?
Oh, yeah.
I'm hard at work up here.
Yeah. Well, guess what? He's on his way up. First down and 10 from the 32. Reese, pass out to George Cole, this split end for a short gain on the play on the far side of the field. As we near 3 minutes remaining, and the Chiefs trailing by the score of 14-0. So, what was your comment? I'll have to read this. Email or this text message that I received earlier from Coach Gabriel. He said, I'll tell you what it says in just a moment, folks. As the Bucks go with the toss play, and they carry the football inside the 22, the 19-yard line. That was Holmes. Yes, it was Larry Gabriel III sending me a text. He wanted to know if he needed to make an appearance in the booth tonight to straighten out our crew. And he put in there Muskowski and Homick.
He's going to need all the Gabriel family to straighten out us.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. You're right. He'd have to bring his 4 other brothers to straighten us out.
Set up the ring. We're going to have a Royal Rumble here at Lakeland, folks.
We changed those. Nick, we'll change those first names that begin with L to Q's or something.
Yep.
14-0, folks. If you're just tuning in, it is Dunmore leading Lakeland, thanks to all of our great sponsors for making high school football possible, by your Napa Auto Parts Store, Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street Childs, by Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale, NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield. Tonight's game also brought to you by Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, Beston's Body Shop and Collision Center in Carbondale, Figlamini Drugstore, Carbondale, locally owned and trusted since 1923, and of course your starting lineups for today's game made possible by your friends at the Roselle Department Store in Carbondale. After the timeout, it is Dunmore going to work with the football on the Lakeland 19-yard line. First down and 10, the Bucks up 14-0, looking for more as they approach the line of scrimmage. And it is Eric DiLucci off the play fake with time, firing a beautiful pass, and the reception just near the 10-yard line.
Cole.
George Cole, the sophomore, a good target at 6'2" and 180 pounds. So for Dunmore right now, they're putting it all together and knocking on the door once again.
And they're using every bit of the playbook now. Passing as well as running the ball effectively.
Second down and 2, and that is Marquez with the football, looking for the first down. And down to the 5, he takes the football. So Dunmore in a very good situation right now with plenty of time on the clock, 2 minutes and 4 seconds. And the ball at the about the 6-yard line. So for the head coach, Jack Henses, boy, this offense is really running on all cylinders coming into this ball game, averaging 34 points per game. They lead Division II in total yards with 364. And once they get on a roll, they could really do some damage. First and goal from the 5 as DeLucci will hand it off to Reese, and Reese falls forward down at the 1-yard line. So Pat Reese, the junior, getting the call and gives Dunmore another shot at the goal line. Second down and goal from the 2. Clock is running. We're down to 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining in the first half.
And Dunmore's in no hurry, looking for 2 yards and 3 plays to get it.
Well, right here, they are in complete control of this football game as they are dominating Lakeland. Second and goal from the 2. DeLucci will spin. He'll give it to Marquez, and Marquez has the touchdown. 2-yard touchdown plunge by Sal Marquez, and Dunmore is out to a 20-0 lead over Lakeland. So this Dunmore football team is the real deal, as they are really looking good here tonight. So, Nick, they just took over this football game after Lakeland got off to a pretty good start.
Yeah, they took the wind out of Lakeland sails with a couple of big plays, and right here a methodical 60-some-yard drive.
Capucci for the extra point, and it's good. With 1 minute and 1 second left here in first half action, it is 21-0 Dunmore on Adams Cable High School Football.
Improve the appearance of your property with the help of Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale. Nick's Excavating and Paving provides the highest quality service in residential and commercial excavating, paving and seal coating, demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Paving also delivers sand, stone, topsoil, and mulch. For prompt professional service, call Nick's Excavating and Paving Carbondale. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes, located at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale, offer all types of funeral services. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional service. From Lawrence A. Gabriel Jr., family, and staff, good luck this season to our local athletes and teams.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium. Tyler Lasher with the kickoff. This kick is bouncing around, and at the 18-yard line, it is picked up by Eastat. And Eastat carries the football out to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Lakeland Chiefs will have 57 seconds to try to make something happen and get some momentum going into the locker room here in the first half. So right now, Nick, momentum in favor of Dunmore. Really rolling right now offensively and defensively, shutting down the Chiefs.
Oh, no doubt. Absolute total Dunmore half so far. Unless Lakeland can put something, miraculously in the end zone here.
From the 35-yard line, first down and 10 yards to go for the Chiefs. And this will be Gross airing it out for Natali. What a grab at the 43. Nice job by Josh Natali, the senior. Went up and over the defender to catch the football for the first down. Beautiful job. And right now, Lakeland has something going now. If they could love to go into the locker room with some points and get some momentum for the second half as they trail 21-0. 51 seconds on the clock. Lakeland up to the line of scrimmage. And right now, out of the gun, it will be the sophomore. Gross back to throw. Rushes on. He will turn it upfield and then was drilled at the 41-yard line.
That should be a taunting penalty. A great play by number 30 there, but get back in the line.
Well, he...
Don't stand over him. You're not Ray Lewis.
Yeah. Yeah, he made a good
play,
hit, though.
Do another one,
So with the football on the 40, it is second down and 8 for the Chiefs with 46 seconds on the clock. Luke Pettinato checks into the ball game with the play from the sideline, as Jared Bomba will be a wideout on the top of your screen. Pettinato on the near side. Gross this time up under center And Gross will drop back, and he's going to air it out. And this one is up for grabs, and Bamba cannot come up with it. So good defense by Lasher in the secondary.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Bamba had his hands on it, but he seemed to be falling to the ground, just couldn't get his balance.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 for Lakeland from the Dunmore 40. With 40 seconds on the clock, time remaining here in the first half. And Gross will check out, Natali will check in, so we will see him most likely at quarterback. Now Petnaldo checking back in. And we'll see if Natali can make something happen at quarterback. And Natali now will drop back. And we will have a timeout called by Lakeland with 40 seconds left as they trail 21-0 against Dunmore here on Adams Cable High School Football.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7.
The action continues from the 50-yard line with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Channel 7 High School Football.
Back at Lakeland Stadium with 40 seconds left in the first half. It is 3rd down and 8 for the Chiefs from the Dunmore 40-yard line. And it will be Lakeland. And Natali taking a low snap. Natali will roll against the grain in some trouble. Fires downfield. He's got Bamba very close to a Lakeland first down near the 32-yard line. Well, Natali did a good job eluding the rush, Nick, and
not an easy throw going back across your body.
Whenever you're going against the grain, man, it is tough. And he did a good job that time, and the chain gang will move the markers.
And he threw a strike. I mean, that defender from Dunmore had great coverage.
Yeah, that was a bullet he threw. Perfect. And he kind of threw a flat-footed because he really wasn't able to do anything back there.
Lakeland trailing 21-0, 32 seconds left here in the first half, and from the Dunmore 32-yard line, new set of downs for the Chiefs as Natali will run the offense, and Natali will roll to the near side. Natali eludes a tackler, turns it upfield, looks, almost threw an interception. That was almost picked off by the Dunmore Bucks, and Michael Doherty almost had an interception.
Well, he probably should just sort of ran out of bounds there. Nothing developed on that one.
Well, let's check it. Was that Doherty?
30.
30?
Yeah.
Garrett Murray in the ballgame wearing number 30, so he almost had the interception. And from the 32-yard line, Lakeland will face 2nd down, but the clock is the big factor now with 25 seconds on the clock on the 2nd down play. Jeff Burton checks into the lineup with the play from the near sideline. Bamba will go wide on the top of your screen with Estat. And once again, now Natali will drop back. Natali fires downfield. Bamba's got it at the 20. Great grab by Jared Bamba, the 6', 165-pound senior. 19 seconds left. First down, Lakeland. Football is at the 17-yard line. Lakeland now in a hurry-up offense.
Don't kill the clock.
Clock is at 19 seconds. It will begin to move now. Natali will roll to the near side, buying time. He has Estat, and Estat tiptoes out of bounds near the 16-yard line to stop the clock with 12 seconds remaining.
Pick up a couple of cheap yards there.
So you take one of your better receivers from flanker or split end, and you put him back at quarterback, so you lose a spot there, but it's paying dividends right now, Nick.
Yeah, and, you know, the mentality there is, you know, you put an athletic kid like Natali, nothing against Jake Gross, but, you know, Natali stretches that defense a lot. He's a threat to run as well as pass.
This time Natali up under center, and this ball is batted away and almost picked off. Wow, that was almost a great play. Kyle Aprishko, the left defensive end at 6'2", batted that football up in the air and almost had an interception.
Yeah, Natali doesn't exactly have the classic over-the-top delivery.
Well,
More of a side.
He's a slinger.
Yeah. And at 5'11", and of course, Aprishko at 6'2", he got those big arms up in the air. So with 8 seconds left,
this one has to go into the end zone.
Lakeland will look at 3rd down and 9 yards to go from the 16-yard line. And as Glenn mentioned, they have to look end zone right here, as Natali will work out of the gun. And it's a low snap. Natali will pick it up and falls forward.
Timeout.
And they're going to have to burn this timeout right here with 4 seconds left.
They're smart enough to pick that ball up, get some positive yards, and
so right here with 4 seconds left, and you're down 21-0. You came this far, guys. You really want to come away with points.
Well, you have to. You have to get that ball, throw that ball into the end zone, and I'm sure Coach Wasuch will come up with a beauty here.
Well, Nick, Lakeland has moved this far, their best field position of the evening, but the clock now the big factor. There's only time for one more play, and who do you go to right here? I would have to say it would be Bamba.
Bamba or Burton, I mean, they got some size, you know, to help. You know, you can't just throw a jump ball down here and hope for the best. I mean, you know, you got to have some sort of design, and obviously, you know, the Lakeland staff will. But
so we'll see what kind of strategy Jeff Wasilchak will have right here.
The thing of it is, does Lakeland come out in the second half with this spread? Because it seems to tire Dunmore out a little bit. You know, the one way to get the big men off the field is to keep them on it. You know, wear them down. You see it in the, you know, NFL teams run no huddle.
Well, we'll see if this will work for the Lakeland Chiefs, as Natali will take the snap, dropping back, fires, looking, end zone. He's got Bamba for the touchdown.
That was a great pass and a great catch by Bamba. A little slant pattern into right in front of. It was perfectly thrown. It had a lot of zip on it.
Very similar to what he caught on that first down around the 20. But that was a strike by Natali.
That was a laser. 21-6, and it will be Natali for the point after out of the hold of Jared Bamba. So Lakeland will go into the locker room with momentum, and the kick is up and good. And that will bring an end to the first half of play here in this Week 7 matchup between Lakeland and Dunmore, with the Bucks leading the Chiefs by the score of 21-7 on Adams Cable High School Football.
You're ready for the big game, but how about your car? As you travel through downtown Carbondale, look for the classic yellow, blue, and red Sunoco sign. Drive in and fill up with the fuel of choice from Main Street Sunoco and get the finest performance from your car. At Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, prompt, courteous service is always assured. Congratulations to our local athletes and coaches for their hard work and dedication from the staff and management of Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale.
When your car does this. Call us first.
Every job is perfect, or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale. Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family.
So Lakeland will get the ball to start the second half, and here we go with the third quarter of play at Lakeland Stadium. Great to have you on board tonight for high school football as the Dunmore Bucks hold a 21-7 lead over the Lakeland Chiefs. 2 are deep for Lakeland. Garth Eastad is back there with Taryn Harding, and placing the football on the tee is Kyle Lasher for the Dunmore Bucks. So hang on, everybody. Here we go with the second half from Lakeland. Oh. It's a squib kick, bouncing around, still loose. It is still loose. Players battle for it. Let's find out who will have it. Dunmore is signaling that they have it, but the final word will be from the officials, and Lakeland will have the football.
So who's on the bottom of that pile?
How about that to start the second half?
Look like Robert Bamba. Number 18 looked like he got that ball on the bottom of that pile. That bounced around pretty good down there.
Yeah, that's amazing when you take a team by surprise and that ball is bouncing around. How many times people try to fall on it and they just can't get a handle on it. First down and 10 for Lakeland from its own 34-yard line. And the handoff will go to Lowry, and Lowry bangs off left tackle and picks up a couple of yards out to the 38-yard line. Sophomore Mike Lowry coming out of that tailback spot. So once he had that big game in against Nanticoke where he had 144 yards rushing and a couple of touchdowns, he is in the backfield now for the Lakeland Chiefs at tailback. Second down and 6 from the 38 for Lakeland. And it is Gross on a toss, and coming near side is Lowry with a hole, and Lowry is belted on the play by Kyle Aprishko wearing number 79, the left defensive end of Dunmore.
Well, he stopped. If he wasn't there, Lowry, they did give him the first down. Okay. They did get the first down.
Well, the chain gang will move the markers, so Mike Lowry keeps the drive going for Lakeland at the 44.
Looked a little short to me on that play, but what do I know?
Luke Pettinato will check into the Lakeland lineup. He will be a wideout at the bottom of your screen as Jake Gross, the sophomore quarterback, will survey the Dunmore defense on first down and 10. And on a late handoff, it is Lowry, and he runs right into right tackle Tim Drews of Dunmore. Wearing number 55, he is 280 pounds and 6'3".
That's running into a wall.
Sure is. Sure. 21-7 if you're just tuning in, listening in on the radio broadcast. It is Dunmore leading Lakeland. Just about 2 minutes gone by here in third quarter action at Lakeland Stadium. Second down and long for Lakeland as Gross will have an I formation in the backfield and Natali in motion. And it is a handoff to Lowry, buried on the play. Wow. Looked like Dan Drews getting a hold of him.
I don't know if they had a stunt on up front.
Boy, they were right there quickly.
There was a number of them.
Boy, that Dunmore was across the line of scrimmage quickly.
There was just so much penetration that time.
It was like a jailbreak. Third down and 13 for the Chiefs from their own 41-yard line. As the Chiefs will talk it over in the huddle as Josh Natali, the senior, will come in from the near sideline. Next week, Dunmore will take on Western Wayne at home. Then they will be on the road in week 9 and 10 against Montrose and Riverside. Here's Gross back to throw. Pass is complete to Natali at the 45, dropped at the 42-yard line.
Boy, did Gross stand his ground in there and let that fly.
Yeah, he did. He got hit. He got hit pretty good.
He showed a lot of composure for a sophomore.
Well, I like Natali comes into the game. He says, throw it to me. I'll catch it. And he certainly did.
That's just a curl route.
So
Wide open.
that will keep the drive going for Lakeland with a new set of downs at the Dunmore 42-yard line. 9:15 on the clock, third quarter, 21-7 Dunmore. The Chiefs on the move to open up third quarter action. Gross under center, Petnato in motion, and we have a timeout called by Lakeland. We'll be right back with more Adams Cable High School football after this timeout.
Everyone is looking for ways to save money today. The total home packages from Adams Cable Service are a great way to do that. Starting at $66.99 per month, you get cable, high-speed internet, and unlimited phone service. You are probably paying that much for one service right now. Call Adams Cable Service today and ask about the total home packages with cable, internet, and phone starting at $66.99 per month. Adams Cable Service has a package to meet your needs, and it's the smartest way to save money. Call Adams today. Looking for great prices and special offers on top quality parts and accessories? You'll find them at Napa Auto Parts. Visit Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale for great savings while supplies last. Only at Napa. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, your know-how folks.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
During the timeout, it was Gross dropping back to throw. A pass intended for Jared Bomba, almost picked off by Kyle Aprishko. As the pass falls incomplete off of his fingertips, Aprishko almost had an interception.
You know, he
and
just
it will
didn't
bring
get
up a 2nd down and 10.
He just didn't get that ball up in the air enough because the receiver was open.
From the 42-yard line, 2nd down and 10. 9:03 on the clock, third quarter, 21-7 Dunmore. And now Jake Gross on a toss play, coming to the near side. Eastat across the 40, lowers the shoulder and plows to about the 37. And a tackle on the play by the Dunmore Bucks, Garrett Murray, making the stop. Third down for the Chiefs. Big crowd on hand here tonight at Lakeland. Huge following from Dunmore. And the football spotted at the 38-yard line. And here come the Chiefs. Third down, 6. Eastat will go wide on the top of your screen with Burton. Bomba near side with Petnato. And Natali will scramble, turns it upfield, and then is caught at the 35-yard line. Looked like Jake Mikowski reaching in to make the tackle for the Dunmore Bucks.
Oh, heads up, Steve.
That almost came in the booth.
If your window was open, you guys were going to.
It is open.
Is it?
If Glenn's window was open, he would have bought one.
Yeah. I'm all business here, Steve. I wasn't ready to catch that one.
Which one of the cheerleaders has the good arm?
Sign her up.
She's the center fielder for their softball team.
Has to be. That was a great throw.
Fourth down.
The game here, guys.
Fourth down and 3 from the 35 for Lakeland. And Natali at quarterback for the Chiefs. Natali to throw, looking for Bomba. No, could not get it.
Well, I'll tell you, he was there.
He was in a lot of traffic.
It was a good defensive effort by the defensive back to break that up.
You know, no harm, no foul, and going for it on fourth down. I mean, what are you going to, by punting, what are you going to pick up?
Well, no, if you punt the ball in the end zone, you're going to pick up 11 more yards.
So for Lakeland, this drive is stalled by the Dunmore defense, and the Bucks will take over possession at their own 35. So Lakeland deep in Dunmore territory. They miss an opportunity right here as they turn the football over on downs. And here come the Dunmore Bucks. First down and 10 with 7:22 to play, third quarter, leading 21-7. Handoff will go straight up the gut. Pat Reese getting the call, and his forward progress will take him to the 37-yard line. Reese is a 5'7", 160-pound junior. this year, Sal Marquez, Colin Holmes, and Kyle Lasher have done the damage for Dunmore coming out of that backfield. Second down and about 8 yards to go for the Dunmore Bucks. DeLucci will take a look at the Lakeland defense. Backs in the eye, handoff, tailback, and that is a great run by the tailback, Colin Holmes, the sophomore, and he will go all the way for the touchdown. So Colin Holmes breaks one and takes it all the way for the touchdown. And it is 27-7 Dunmore. 63 yards on the carry. How about that? Well, when Lakeland didn't get into the end zone on that last possession, you could almost see the momentum changing in this football game. So for the Dunmore Bucks, they're just running on all cylinders once again here tonight. They're telling the sideline to sideline warning right now by the officials.
Well, side note here is why they just got flagged for that is because they felt there was a hold on one of their linemen that didn't get called.
Yeah.
that sprung that play.
Joe Capucci will try for the point after. High snap, good kick. 28-7 Dunmore with 6 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the third quarter here on Adams Cable High School Football.
Enjoy the feel of deep, rich luxury. Get the drama of radiant color and experience the timeless beauty, comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of hardwood, laminate, vinyl, ceramic tile, and carpeting on display in their showroom. Rely on Tom's Floor Shop for expert installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop. Exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs. The action continues from the 50-yard line with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Channel 7 High School Football.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium, where Dunmore is in control over Lakeland, leading by the score of 28-7. 6 minutes and 35 seconds to play here in the third. Kyle Lasher will tee it up for the Dunmore Bucks. 2 are deep. Last time, Dunmore went with an onside kick, and it almost worked. Here it comes again. Bouncing around, but this time the Chiefs will have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, it gives you great field position at the 40. You know, there's a two-way street.
Yeah.
Doing it.
Well, for the last 3 games, gentlemen, Dunmore has put their games away on breakaway long runs. It started in Carbondale, went to Honesdale, and now tonight. And that's just taking the momentum away from the opposite team.
First down and 10, Lakeland from its own 39-yard line. Gross back to throw, puts it up for grabs, and incomplete. Almost picked off by the Dunmore Bucks back there as Tyler Lasher was in the secondary, along with good coverage by Dominic Mesco, the outside linebacker, and, of course, Eric DeLucci. So this is a well-rounded Dunmore football team. Not only can they do it offensively, but defensively, as they have the big line, and that secondary isn't bad also.
No, they have the complete team, and for that one mistake in the first game of the season, and that's long gone in the past. Dunmore is really, really coming into their own now.
Second down and 10 for the Chiefs from their own 39. And Gross will hand it off, and this goes to Eastad, and Eastad is strung out along the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up a yard on the play, and that's about all. And the fans not happy here at Lakeland. They wanted a penalty.
Well,
The natives are restless, guys. The natives are restless.
Yeah.
And they have a good gripe there. He was a bit in the neutral zone. You can't really miss him either.
From the 42-yard line, Lakeland will go to work looking down the barrel of 3rd down and 7. With 5 minutes and 45 seconds to play, third quarter, trailing 28-7. As Gross will come up under center, and Gross back in the pocket, fires a bullet, and it's incomplete. Looking for Natali, and Natali could not come up with it.
That threw that a little bit behind him. Talley was kind of, again, the same play that they ran for the touchdown. It was kind of open there, but the ball was thrown just a bit behind him, and there was nothing he can do about it.
Burton comes on in punt formation for the Lakeland Chiefs. From his own 29-yard line. Oh, the high snap. This could be trouble. Burton will pick it up, eludes a tackler. He's going to boot it away. And what a job he does. And he's going to make something out of nothing as this football will roll inside the 30-yard line.
That has got to be one of the finest plays I've ever seen an individual make in 20 years of watching football.
Wow. Was that calm and cool? You have to be calm and cool to make that play.
That was absolutely phenomenal.
Wow, unbelievable. It looked like it was going to be disaster for Lakeland.
I'm up here yelling, kick it out of the back of the end zone. Just take the 2 points because it could have been a disaster.
So Dunmore will have the football now at its own 27-yard line, 1st down and 10 as they lead 28-7.
That went from 1st and goal to a good field position for Lakeland.
As Dunmore will go with the running attack, and a flag comes out on the play.
And a Bronx cheer from the crowd.
Yeah. Boy, it's been a while since we heard a crowd really getting into a football game like this.
Nick, this is your kind of crowd.
Well, for once, I'm actually pretty calm about the officiating tonight, even though it is putrid.
You don't have to be truculent. 5:11 to play in the third, 28-7.
That's what is known as the excuse me hold. That's to make up for the calls that they miss.
Oh, I tell you what, you know that fan book of football, don't you?
I do.
That's in chapter 2, isn't it?
That's in basketball too, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, you have Steve laughing so much he almost fell off the chair here.
I almost went over backwards.
Careful, there's a packed house there. It might take out the whole lot of us.
1st down and 18 from the 19-yard line. And Dunmore just keeps it on the ground and goes off the right side. So right here, guys, if Lakeland can hold right here and get some decent field position, maybe they can get some momentum going. But thus far, Dunmore has just been playing a great football game here tonight in week number 7.
They're kind of running on all cylinders, defensively and offensively.
And up to the line of scrimmage they come on 2nd and 14 from the 23 with just about 4 minutes to play third quarter. And the handoff will go to Colin Holmes, and he takes it around the right side. So right now with Dunmore leading 28-7. Take a look at who will check into the lineup for Lakeland. They'll have some substitutions back and forth.
Defensive backs, maybe.
Yeah, a couple of different people checking into the lineup. We'll run them down for you as the game progresses. Brandon Dominowski checking back in. He was out of the lineup momentarily. And right now, DeLucci will take a look on 3rd down and 10 from the 27. DeLucci back in the pocket. Back in the pocket to throw, and this pass was almost intercepted.
Good effort.
He trapped it.
Good effort by...
What looked like Bamba.
Bamba, yes.
He trapped the football at the 46, and that is going to result in a 4th down coming up for Dunmore, and the punting unit will come on. So for the Dunmore Bucks, they're rocking and rolling right now, and coming up next week, they will have a big game at home against the Western Wayne Wildcats, and then they will end their regular season, ironically, on the road
And here's the punt by Lasher. It's a good one. And on the return, this is Estat up across midfield, and there goes Estat. There's a block downfield, and Estat will be bumped out of bounds near the 11-yard line.
Coach Gabriel still in the booth with you guys.
We could
That's
probably
why you feel it. Look at what that can turn into. A first and goal.
I could get him back in the booth, Nick.
He's got to be looking at me somewhere because I can feel his glare.
I imagine he's close by, Nick.
Here he comes.
Where is he?
Here he comes. That's why you feel the punt.
Give Larry the headset. Give Larry the headset. Nick, Larry would like to...
Larry, that's why you feel the punt.
I just looked at my father and I said, I hate to interrupt the broadcast, but I got to go in and speak to my friends right now. I said, if we could catch the ball in the air, something like that happens. Swings the momentum, gets you right back into a football game.
Hey, do you guys practice the over-the-head snap punt?
Oh, we practice that every day.
On first down and goal from the 9, handoff will go to Lowry around the left side, looking to turn it upfield, and then was belted on the play.
But Nick, in all seriousness, that was a huge play right there by the punter to get back there. And I mean, I think it was a net of like 35 yards.
Look at the field position swing with that.
Excellent fundamental play.
You get a 3-and-out, or you get a penalty, and you get a 3-and-out, and then you get a good punt return, and now you're back in business.
Larry, it's
I couldn't
ironic.
resist, Steve.
It's ironic you come in the booth because Nick brought that up. He goes, "Is Coach Gabriel around? Is he nearby?" And suddenly, boom, you appear.
I've watched so many of your broadcasts. I know what you guys are going to say before you say it. So I better get back in there to defend myself.
Thanks for joining us.
You have a good evening.
Okay. Lakeland threatening here with 2:23 left.
Fumble.
Loose football, and it's picked up by Natali, and he will hit the deck at the 9-yard line. So how about that, Nick?
Ask and he shall show up.
I see everything up here.
Actually, you have a better vantage point than we do. You're looking down on the field. This is a good venue to broadcast a game from. We're close to the field. You get a good view of the field. Some places you go, you're far away. And Nick, you get the view looking down. We get the view looking more straight out at the field. But you have a very good vantage point. This time, it will be Gross to pass, and the football's loose, and it's picked up by the Dunmore Bucks.
First of all, it's an incomplete pass.
Is it going to be marked an incomplete pass? Picked up by the Dunmore Bucks. Justin Rogan recovered, and the Bucks are going to have the football, Nick.
Well,
they're going to have it with 1:30 remaining here in the third quarter.
That's amazing.
Well, unbelievable. Lakeland had another drive going deep in Dunmore territory, and they turned the football over. Boy, does that hurt. So you had your opportunities. You can't say that you did not have opportunities to punch it into the end zone, as Dunmore will come to the line of scrimmage from the 32-yard line on first down and 10. Toss play will go to Marquez, and Marquez is caught by the Lakeland defense. Christian Selvenis leading the way defensively for Lakeland.
Yep. One-on-one tackle, Marquez. That's hard to do.
But the thing of that, you go back to that turnover right there. Nobody got together to converse about it.
You mean the officials?
Yeah, they just automatically assume that's a fumble.
Yeah. How about
I don't know. Not saying I see it all up here, but I have to question that.
And it will be Dunmore on a second down play. 2nd and 10 from its own 32, leading 28-7 with under 50 seconds to play in the third quarter. And it will be Dunmore going right up the middle with the ground game. And they'll face a third down play. So sometimes when you get on a roll, things go your way, and that's how it's been for Dunmore thus far after that opening night loss to Scranton Prep when they were shut out 26-0. And they've been on a 5-game tear since then, and they're not looking back.
Looking at Lakeland when they got the ball on the 10-yard line there, it appeared that they were a little off kilter there with whatever they were going to do, and it didn't. And it realistically, that's what happened.
Yeah, fumbled snap.
It just wasn't good.
It was just all out of sorts.
And that is the end of the third quarter of play at Lakeland Stadium, with Dunmore leading Lakeland 28-7 on Adams Cable High School football.
Improve the appearance of your property with the help of Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale. Nick's Excavating and Paving provides the highest quality service in residential and commercial excavating, paving and seal coating, demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Paving also delivers sand, stone, topsoil, and mulch. For prompt professional service, call Nick's Excavating and Paving, Carbondale. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes, located at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale, offer all types of funeral services. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional service. From Lawrence A. Gabriel Jr., family, and staff, good luck this season to our local athletes and teams.
Back to the gridiron for more Adams Cable High School football.
Back at Lakeland Stadium for the start of the fourth quarter of play, with Dunmore up 28-7 over Lakeland. Bucks facing 3rd down and 5 from their own 37. Loose football, new quarterback, and he's in trouble. Scrambling, and then is dropped at the 37-yard line. Dominic Mesco, the new quarterback, in there for the Dunmore Bucks. And Mesco could not handle the snap, and on 4th down, the punting team will come on for Dunmore.
I wonder why he came in at quarterback. I don't know if they were trying to run something exclusively with him, but that was more on the center than anything.
Just a bad exchange from center, and now Dunmore will punt. And 2 are deep for Lakeland. I think we'll have a Lasher doing the punting. He gets away up. Punt with a lot of hang time. Fair catch called for by Natali at the 42-yard line. And Lakeland will have great field position. And they've had field position in the third quarter, but didn't do anything with it. We'll see if they can make something happen right here as they trail 28-7 in the fourth quarter.
Dunmore had 3 possessions. They went for a touchdown and a second play in the first time they had the ball for 63 yards, and haven't had a first down since.
Now Lakeland from its own 42 will go to work with the football. And it will be a man in motion going to the far side for Lakeland, and the handoff will go to Eric Furco. And Furco carries the football out to the 35-yard line. So this is the possession, guys, when for Lakeland, if you're going to try to make some kind of a run, you trail 28-7, you have to do something with on this drive right here, Nick.
Yeah, I think you need to put one in quickly, too.
Yeah, you can't.
Under 11 minutes already.
Yeah, you can't be running the football. You need a quick strike and then try to make something happen defensively.
And face facts, you don't exactly have high-powered air attack.
Yeah, that's for sure.
On the 2nd down play, toss will go. Look like to the tailback. He takes it out to the 46th. Eastak getting the call for the Chiefs. So 3rd down coming up for Lakeland, and of course the clock the big factor as we near 10 minutes remaining. And Lakeland trailing 28-7 for the Chiefs. Coming up next week, they will go on the road at Holmesdale. That's a tough place to play. I talked with Jeff Wasilchak about going up there, and he said Holmesdale is a different team up there. Across midfield, that's Eastat taking the football into Dunmore territory for a 1st down. DeLucci coming up to make the tackle for the Dunmore Bucks.
Good solid run by Eastat for the 1st down.
Yeah, Nick, Holmesdale, definitely a different team up there at home.
Yeah, it's, they know the little ins and outs of that facility up there, to say the least.
the crowning of that field is boggled my mind for years. When you stood on the sideline,
you wouldn't see anybody's legs.
You could not see below their knees on the other side.
Good for drainage.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, that's right.
Gross back to throw, eludes a tackler across midfield, and then dances out of bounds near the 41-yard line of Dunmore. Lakeland will take on Honesdale next week. Then they will go on the road and play at Riverside in week 9. And then week number 10, they'll be right back here for the final regular season game against the Wildcats of Western Wayne, who are also having a pretty good season. Take a look at the Western Wayne Wildcats. Usually they end up with a 4-7 record, and they're at 4-2 overall going into tonight's matchup at Montrose. So with a win, they will pick up, I think they went 4-7, Glenn, the Western Wayne Wildcats. I think they've been 4-7 like the last 4 years.
Well, you know, they have a nice squad. And there was a nice article in the paper today about the trio of players that they have. Fantastic.
They have a nice team. They just, if they could really learn how to secure the lead, hang on to it, and that comes with experience, of course. Nearing the 9-minute mark left in the fourth quarter. And Lakeland
that's gonna be
running the football. Close to a first down with Estat getting the call. A player now for Dunmore shaken up. Joe Waters, I believe, is down on the football field, wearing number 33. So we will have a timeout with 8 minutes and 48 seconds left, and the Bucks up 28-7 on Adams Cable High School football.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS, Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7.
Now back to more action with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Adams Cable High School football.
Back at Lakeland Stadium, 8 minutes and 48 seconds left in the football game, and the Bucks lead the Chiefs 28-7. Lakeland looks down the barrel of 4th and 1 from the Dunmore 37, and it will be Estek getting the call. He's got the first down at the 35. Good job by Estek. Never give up. Keep the feet moving. Keep driving, and they will keep this drive going by virtue of the first down.
That was a great effort by Estet. He did. Second effort really got him the first down.
They really, you know, from the looks before that injury timeout, it looks like they had had the first down, but again, unfavorable spot.
Ball is marked at the 35. This time Natali at quarterback for Lakeland, and Natali will drop back. Season opening, turns it upfield, and there he goes. And Natali still on his feet, breaking tackles, and then is corralled at the 15-yard line.
20-yard gain, Steve.
Big run for Natali. That's what he brings to the table when you put him back there at quarterback. Protection broke down, no one open. Big opening right up the middle, and Natali took it to the 15-yard line. So Lakeland has something going now. They've been in this position before here in the second half, but they came away empty. We'll see if they can get some points right here with 7:50 to play in the fourth, as Natali will roll to his right side, turns it upfield. Natali with a nice move, and then is caught at the 9-yard line. But right here, the Chiefs need a quick touchdown, and they need to get the football back.
They have a nice.
First order of business, though, Glenn, get the football in the end zone.
Yep, that's the important thing because the time certainly isn't on your side, and they have a 10-play drive going here, but you need to get in there quickly.
Yeah. You're not going to get too many opportunities.
Yeah, you get
10-play drives.
You get 10-play drive. That's eating a lot of that clock up.
28-7, Dunmore, nearing 7 minutes left in the football game. Natali takes the low snap, going against the grain, eludes a tackler, turns it upfield, and then runs out of bounds near the 7. He eluded Dominic Mesco, almost had him, and could not make the tackle. And Natali, with senior leadership right there, knew enough as he was scrambling to get out of bounds at the 8 to stop the clock.
He fielded that bad snap like a shortstop.
Yeah, good athlete, Josh Natali, 5'11", 165-pound senior. So for Lakeland, they've been down deep in Dunmore territory before. We'll see if they could punch it in right here with 6 minutes and 57 seconds to play in the fourth.
You have to hurry to get the snap off.
Play clock down to 2. Natali gets the snap with 1 second on the play clock. Natali with a little pump fake, turns it upfield. Natali heading for that end zone for the pylon marker, and I think he was caught near the 1 yard line. So he's got a first down, so Lakeland will have 4 shots at the end zone right here and in good field position at the 1. First and goal. So right here, guys, Lakeland needs a quick touchdown. And do you think Jeff Wasilchak, if Lakeland gets a touchdown, do you think he would go with an onside kick?
Almost has to.
Has to, has no choice. As Natali tries to go with a quarterback sneak, breaks away. Will his forward momentum get him across the goal line? No, I don't believe so. He's down at the 1 yard line. So the football was actually marked at the 2. Natali will be stopped short of the goal line, and it will result in second down and goal from the 1 for Lakeland. And the clock is running.
The Dunmore defensive line stood Lakeland right up that time. That was actually a great second effort run by Natali.
Here is Natali up and under center, and a timeout called by Dunmore. So with 5:56 left, we have a break in the action here at Lakeland Stadium on Adams Cable High School Football.
You're ready for the big game, but how about your car? As you travel through downtown Carbondale, look for the classic yellow, blue, and red Sunoco sign. Drive in and fill up with the fuel of choice from Main Street Sunoco and get the finest performance from your car. At Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, prompt, courteous service is always assured. Congratulations to our local athletes and coaches for their hard work and dedication. From the staff and management of Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale.
Now back to more action with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Adams Cable High School Football.
With Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick, Steve Young with you on Week 7 of high school football. Dunmore leading Lakeland 28-7. The Chiefs trying to punch it in here with 5:56 left to play in the fourth. They have the football, second and goal from the 1. Sylvanas will get the call, and I believe he was stacked up as the officials will take a close look at this as players unpile, and I don't believe Lakeland made it. They did not get it in the end zone. So Dunmore hanging tough defensively. And what this is doing, this is playing right into the hands of Dunmore as you're pounding the football up the middle, and that clock continues to run.
Pitch it to Easttown. Let him get to the corner.
They need to get to the outside.
Yeah, use your speed.
And here is Gross looking end zone for Natali with a one-handed grab. Touchdown.
That was a great catch by Natali. One-handed it. I tell you, there was no room left in the end zone. Great toss by Gross to Natali.
That was an outstanding catch. What a great athlete. Gross put it right there for him in the corner where the defender could not get to it. Natali makes the one-handed grab, and Lakeland scores a touchdown. They trail 28-13. And, of course, now we'll see Natali come on for the point after, out of the hold of Jared Bomba. And they need a good snap. His kick is good. 28-14 as Lakeland answers with a touchdown on Adams Cable High School Football.
When your car does this. Call us first.
Every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale.
Back to the gridiron for more Adams Cable High School football.
Lakeland answers with a touchdown. They trail Dunmore 28-14, 5:14 remaining fourth quarter here at Lakeland Stadium in Week 7 of high school football with Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick. Steve Young here as Josh Natali will place the football on the tee. So, Nick, here we go.
Well, Steve, at this point in the second half, Dunmore has run 10 plays, scored once, and Lakeland has run 30 plays.
Guys, if I'm Lakeland here, I pooch it right over here on between the 30 and the 40.
Easier said than done.
He's going on the opposite side, and it's covered there by the Dunmore Bucks. They will have the football near the 48-yard line.
I believe that was Marquez up in that front line that they covered that onside.
Yeah, you want the good hands people up front. And right now for the Dunmore Bucks, you're going to get a full dose of that running game.
Yeah, they'll run the clock as best they can.
They're going to pound the football. If they pick up a first down, they're going to put this game away. The Lakeland defense is going to have to come up big right here. And here is Dunmore with the football, and they'll give it to Holmes, and Holmes will run right up the middle. Take the football inside the 50.
Holmes was one step away from breaking that, but he got clocked right after picking up 5.
And if you're Dunmore's coaching staff, you're telling your guys 2 hands on the ball at all times.
Oh, yes.
Don't fight for those extra yards. Get what you can, get down, stay in bounds.
Well, they're fundamentally sound, this Dunmore football team, no doubt about it. So. And you're also going to, the play clock is not running right now. So that's going to be an issue. As the play clock.
Dunmore's going to take as much time as they can at the play clock, but if it doesn't run, they can take forever.
Yeah. So I think they're going to want to get the play clock set. And they'll probably adjust the time on the scoreboard also. It's very ironic that the officials don't have some kind of communication with the press box and the clock operator in this day and age with the technology we have, right?
Yeah. Well,
still using the old hand signals.
Well, they do. In Carbondale, they have that microphone, the wireless, which is terrific. Mm-hmm. But the last game, I don't think they used it, did they? We were up in Carbondale.
No, I don't know if they had something wrong with it.
Might have had an issue with it.
I remember back in the day they used to keep the time. I mean, when I say time on the field, but I mean the clock operator was down on the field as well.
Mm-hmm.
2nd and 5 from the 47 for the Bucks, and nothing fancy, just a straight ahead running play. Well, you take a look at Dunmore. They have won the last 3 meetings with Lakeland in 2011 here at Lakeland, 19-6.
In 2012, right here at the Lakeland Stadium, 22-17. And in 2013 at Dunmore, 34-12, and they're on their way to victory here tonight, leading 28-14 as we near 4 minutes left.
This is the first down for Dunmore in this half.
And it will be Maseko going in motion for the Dunmore Bucks, and the handoff to the tailback, and he'll just go on a straight-ahead dive play. Nothing fancy as he will protect the football. Sal Marquez getting the call, of course. And the senior, you know he's going to protect that football. He's been in that situation before.
And that's his first run this half.
So Lakeland, couple of missed opportunities in this second half, or they might be right there with Dunmore, but they were deep in Dunmore territory and came away empty a couple of times.
Well, that is the whole story of this game.
2nd down and 6 for the Bucks from the Lakeland 37, as DeLucci will spin and go on a clean handoff right up the middle, and they carry the football to the Lakeland 30-yard line. That will be very close to a first down. And it looks like they, depending upon the spot, they may have a first down right here, and they will. With 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So for the Dunmore Bucks, boy, they've really put together a good football team here this season, and they continue to roll. Next week, a big battle with the Western Wayne Wildcats at home. Ironically, when you take a look at their schedule, they opened up the season with 4 consecutive home games. That's an oddity.
That's unique.
They didn't play on the road until week 5 at Carbondale area. As Maseko will go in motion, and fullback will get the call, and Lakeland shuts him down cold at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but with the 2-year cycle,
Pat Reese,
those 4 home games are not before road games next year.
Yeah, but what that of all the schedules made, that doesn't seem like it's it was I don't know how that could happen where you could just play 4 consecutive.
We'll go to a quick break with 2:49 left in the fourth, and Dunmore up 28-14 on Adams Cable High School football. Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family.
Now back to more action with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Adams Cable High School football.
Back at Lakeland Stadium with 2 minutes and 49 seconds to play in the fourth. 28-14, Dunmore Bucks, your leader over Lakeland. And the Bucks will face 2nd down and 12 from the Lakeland 33-yard line as Dunmore putting on a clinic right now, protecting the football and the lead with Eric DeLucci handing off to Sal Marquez. And Marquez will just take the football straight ahead, and he's finally tackled at the 29-yard line. And do we have another timeout?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. And we're going to keep it right here for the timeout and thank all of our fine sponsors for making high school football possible. By your Napa Auto Parts store, Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale. Now's the time to get your car winterized. You know, the weather's getting cooler. You go out in the morning, you have frost outside on the window, Glenn. Not good. Not good.
No, Steve. No.
Well, you
no
have a garage. I have a garage also, but for the people that don't have the garage.
Like myself.
Yes, like Nick. Nick, you want to have your car ready to go. So stop in and see Glenn Garth and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale. Thanks to Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street in Childs. You want your home looking good for the upcoming holiday season. Stop in and see Tom and Ronnie.
Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale. He's been a busy guy trying to get these final paving jobs in while the weather is still good, so thanks to Nick for his support on the broadcast. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes of Carbondale. NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield. Thanks to Main Street Sunoco of Carbondale, Beston's Body Shop and Collision Center, Figlamini Drugstore, locally owned and trusted since 1929. And your starting lineups brought to you today by Roselle Department Store in Carbondale, as Marquez will take the handoff and carry the football inside the 25-yard line to keep the clock running for the Dunmore Bucks. As the Lakeland Chiefs are out of timeouts, Dunmore Bucks, according to the scoreboard, have 2 timeouts left. And with Deuces Wild on the scoreboard on the time, 2:22, 28-14 your score. Dunmore is going to take the play clock down, right down to the final second, as we are down to 10 seconds on the play clock right now. And Dunmore might even burn another timeout.
Yeah.
And they will. Breaking the action with 1 minute and 59 seconds left. So, guys, your final thoughts on today's game between the Dunmore Bucks and the Lakeland Chiefs?
I like the way Lakeland started the game off. They took control of the game, but could not put points on the board. Had the ball in the second half 2 times down in the red zone and came up empty, which is probably why the score is 28-14. If they could have put one of those scores in, we would have had one heck of a finish in this game. And as far as Dunmore goes, they're solid. They are solid, both offensively and defensively. Experienced linemen, running backs are run hard. They play well, and I think they have the whole package. And they look like they're in playoff form already.
Nick, it's going to come down to this: missed opportunities in the second half by Lakeland.
You took the words out of my mouth. Dunmore executed when they needed to. Lakeland didn't.
That's the name of the game. That's what it all came down to. Lakeland dug themselves a big hole in the first half, and they got that momentum going into the locker room at halftime, but could not take advantage of field position in the second half. And right now, Dunmore is just going to play out the remaining 1 minute and 59 seconds as they face 4th down and a couple of yards to go, as DeLucci will hand it off to Reese, or let's check this, Marquez. And I don't think he got the first down. He didn't.
Not at all.
He didn't get it, and it is Dunmore turning over the football on downs to Lakeland with 1 minute and 54 seconds left. So in any sporting event, whether it's football, baseball, or basketball, you have to take advantage of opportunities. And
yeah, they had them. They had very 2 very good ones in this half. Couldn't come up with anything to give them a scoring opportunity.
And it will be Josh Natale running the Lakeland offense, as he will take a low snap, and Natale was looking for the ball and finally picked it up and then was drilled on the play as a late flag comes in. Boy, they've had some trouble with that snap out of the shotgun, Nick.
Yeah.
That's something that is going to have to be addressed.
And that just puts you at such a disadvantage right from the start.
Right.
There's a late flag thrown there.
Natale is going to come to the near sideline. He seems to be okay. It looked as though took a pretty good hit, but he'll come over to head coach Jeff Wasilchak for the play while the officials talk things over about the penalty.
Dunmore up, so
I don't know what that is. That was that's probably a late hit or a personal foul, I would imagine. 15-yarder.
You'll take a free 10 or 15.
Oh yeah, sure.
Sure. Hey, crazier things have happened.
Oh, absolutely.
Back in the 80s, a Lakeland-Dunmore game down at Dunmore, it was Lakeland trailing with just a couple of minutes left, and Lakeland turned it around and picked up a touchdown and won the game in the final seconds as Natale scrambles for yardage out to the 35-yard line. So crazy things can happen in high school football, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen here tonight as we are down to 1 minute and 25 seconds left. And Dunmore leading this game 28-14. As it will be Natali rolling out, buying time. Looking, missed his intended receiver, Luke Patinato. So for the Dunmore Bucks, they will pick up win number 6 on the season. They played a great football game here tonight.
They did. They played a solid
Lakeland
game.
came out pumped up early and looked like, like Nick, you brought up a good point. How long can Lakeland keep up that, momentum, that the way they played in the first couple of minutes of the game?
Take you so far.
Yep.
And
eventually just
you have to perform.
Yeah,
There's no question.
You got to kind of have to pace that emotion, for 4 quarters, not just, for 4 minutes.
They're down and 7 for the Chiefs as Natali, with time, will unload. Puts it up for grabs, and it is off the fingertips of Eastat. Good effort by Eastat, and excellent coverage in the secondary by the Dunmore Bucks. Good job by the Bucks as Tyler Lasher was back there for Dunmore.
Yeah, they have everybody on their team in the defensive backfield now.
Well, they'll let Natali drop back and have all the time in the world because their defensive backs are in a drop back in coverage. 1 minute and 6 seconds left, and it's 4th down and 7 for the Chiefs from their own 35. And it will be Natali to throw. Looking near side for Bomba. He's got the catch at the 45-yard line for a 1st down. Lakeland still fighting, trying to stay in this ball game, but with 1 minute and 1 second left, you're going to have to work quickly if you want to hit the end zone. Natali, short drop. Fires Bomba off his fingertips. He was actually turned the wrong way.
He was actually open there,
yes,
but
he
the
was
ball
wide
was thrown
open.
right behind him.
Just thrown a little bit behind him, and the incompletion will stop the clock with 55 seconds left to play.
I'm impressed with the arm that Natali has. He throws that ball pretty well.
Good athlete, and really brought a lot to the table here tonight, Nick. Once he got in the game, a quarterback, he really kind of got the offense going a little bit.
Brings a different dimension.
Yeah, he's able to scramble. He sees he looks at the secondary, makes quick decisions. And it will be Natali on the 2nd down and 10 from the 45, this time rolling to the far side of the field. Throws, and the pass is complete in Dunmore territory at the 46-yard line to Bomba. And the ball will be spotted near the 45. Lakeland now in a hurry-up offense. And they'll work out of the gun with 45 seconds left as they did not get out of bounds on the play. And it is Natali once again, dropping back, plenty of time, looking. Here comes the rush. He'll elude a tackler. Nice pump fake. And Natali will run out of bounds near the 40. He's elusive, there's no doubt about that.
He's looking, but as he looks and looks,
the clock
time keeps going and going.
Time keeps ticking away. Joe Waters was after him, tried to make the tackle, and Natali was able to get around him. 29 seconds left, 28-14 your score, and it is 2nd down and about 4 for the Lakeland Chiefs. Thanks for joining us for tonight's broadcast here on Adams Cable Channel 7. We'll be back again in 2 weeks for high school football from the Andrew J. Sarah Sports Complex in Carbondale, when the Susquehanna Sabres will come into town to take on the Carbondale area Chargers. We'll be on the air with all of the action at 6:45 from Carbondale as Natali will look downfield for Burton, and it's incomplete. Well, Burton was open in the secondary of Dunmore, just inside the 10-yard line, but they could not hook up. And with 24 seconds left, the Chiefs will face 3rd down and 4 yards to go. So Lakeland will travel up to Honesdale. Next Friday night, Dunmore will entertain Western Wayne. And out of the huddle come the Lakeland Chiefs as Natali out of the gun once again. And Natali looking, firing downfield, looking for Estad, incomplete. And Dominic Mesco had a shot at an interception, just couldn't come up with it. And it's with 17 seconds left. It is 4th down for Lakeland, 4th and 4. Well, we took a look at the offensive unit of Dunmore. We know all of the weapons that they have. They have a great quarterback. They can come at you with the running game with Marquez and Holmes. Also Kyle Lasher, the sophomore, he could be in the mix. So George Cole, good receiver, but their defense has played phenomenal here tonight against Lakeland. And there's a pass out far side of the field, and that will probably do it.
Well, they'll stop the clock until they snap the ball.
Yeah, until they spot the football with 11 seconds left. And with the score 28-14, 1st down for Lakeland. Clock should begin to move right now, and it will, and this should be the final play of the ball game as the pass will go out to Estad, and we'll have one more to go as Estad could not come up with the pass, and there are 6 seconds on the clock. So, Nick, your thoughts on Lakeland Dunmore as Dunmore will win its 4th in a row over the Lakeland Chiefs?
Well, Dunmore's got the, they're sitting in the catbird seat, so to speak, now in AA for the district class. Lakeland's got their work cut off for them now. Somebody tonight is going to, out of that Wyoming Valley Conference game is going to go to 5-2. And I'm assuming Western Wayne's going to end up at 5-2.
Here's Natali, plenty of time, firing downfield, looking, pass is incomplete, and that will do it here at Lakeland Stadium as Burton could not come up with the catch, and the Dunmore Bucks are victorious over the Lakeland Chiefs by the score of 28-14. Congratulations to Jack Henses and the Dunmore Bucks as they pick up win number 6. Their overall mark now stands at 6 wins and 1 loss. They are 2 wins and no losses in Lackawanna Football Conference Division II play. Jack Henses picks up career win number 388. For Lakeland, they fall to 4-3 overall. They are now 1-1 in Division II of the Lackawanna Football Conference. So good luck to both teams next week as Lakeland will go on the road traveling to Honesdale, and the Dunmore Bucks will take on the Western Wayne Wildcats. So, Nick, missed opportunities as we talked about for Lakeland, and back to the drawing board for the Chiefs as they will take on a very good Honesdale Hornets football team.
Yeah, if you can get up there and get a victory, Honesdale's a AAA school, so that's good playoff points, and they got some quality wins, so you get some bonuses there. But it's no easy place to play.
Well, they're going to have their hands full up there.
Yeah,
no
absolutely.
question.
Yeah, like Jeff Wasilchak said, Honesdale is a different team when they play up there at home. And Honesdale with an overall mark of 4 wins and 2 losses going into tonight's action. So that is going to wrap it up here at Lakeland Stadium. Thank you for joining us for all of the action of the Dunmore Bucks and the Lakeland Chiefs. Your final score, once again, it was Dunmore 28 and Lakeland 14. For Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick, I'm Steve Young. Till next time, so long from Lakeland.
Today's presentation of Adams Cable High School football between the Lakeland Chiefs and the Dunmore Bucks was brought to you by Adams Cable Service, by your Napa Auto Parts Store, Tonkin Auto Supply, Carbondale, Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street Childs, by Nick's Excavating and Paving, Carbondale, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale, NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6, Mayfield, Main Street, Sunoco, Carbondale, Beston's Body Shop and Collision Center, Carbondale, Big Lamini Drugstore, Carbondale, locally owned and trusted since 1929. The starting lineups for today's game are brought to you by Roselle Department Store, Carbondale. Join us again Friday, October 24th for more football action when the Carbondale area Chargers host the Susquehanna Sabres here on Adams Cable Channel 7.